Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Gokane from SBUStarcraft here today to bring you a ZvP from one of the SBU Stony Brook University qualifiers. And at the bottom in the 8 o'clock position we have the green Zerg Kasperek, and at the 2 o'clock position at the top we have the yellow Protoss BaronFel. And this game was played during the SBU qualifiers for the CSL team. Basically, the top finishers of this tournament would be able to play in the CSL. And so far, everything looks normal. We have the Overlord going down on 9. This Overlord being sent out to scout over here. Pylon going down at pretty standard time on 9 for Protoss. Scouting going on for Protoss pretty early actually. 2v2 map, Zelnaga Caverns. Both players know exactly where the opponent is from the beginning. This is quite an early scout for this map actually. And 12 will probably seeing the gateway going down soon. This probe going to be putting down the gateway right here. Kind of a small little misstep to put this probe to make this gateway, since he does have the minerals, and it would be a lot more efficient if this probe actually to return those minerals first, or if he sent out a different one. This probe going to harass this drone, getting 2 drones instead to hit to fend this probe away. Probe gonna attack again, but probe should wait for his shields to heal first. Should micro this probe around, heal the shields, then go back in and harass again. This gateway going down, rallied right over here, probably gonna set down a cybernetics core right afterwards. And this probe waiting for Kasperek's drone to come out to put an expansion down. And it's going to harass, but actually looking to go back into the base, scout one more time, see if the spawning pool is done, try to harass some more drones while he's still able to. And cybernetics core going down, yes, walling off with his cybernetics core and gateway. Gonna chrono boost out this zealot right here, rally it to this point, and then hold position so that no Zerglings can get in, breach into his main. Probe going back and forth, going back to the natural and back into the base. Zerglings coming out, gonna push that probe away. This probe is gonna probably have to go back to his base, not gonna be able to block over here since those Zerglings are out now. Overlord getting into BaronFel's base, gonna check out what's going on, sees the cybernetics core, sees the gateway, knows everything is normal. Second gas being taken. Kasperek still on 1 gas, actually pulled the drones off of gas, researching metabolic boost, and gonna be getting out that second queen soon. 2 Zerglings making their way, and another 2 Zerglings near the Zelnaga towers. These Zerglings gonna try to check out what's here, and this Overlord needs to get out of the way. Might actually go down to the Stalker. Looks like it will go down, won't be able to get out in time. And that is a little blunder for Kasper, putting him down in supply. Needs to make another Overlord. This Overlord getting over here, probably going to be scouting a little bit later, putting pylons in the corners of the base so that he has vision of his entire base. Later on, you don't want any surprise Nidus Swarms coming into your base as Protoss Zerg. Nidus Swarms makes them extremely more mobile, and gateways going down actually in the corners to get more vision, less area for those Nidus Swarms. This area right here is actually feasible for a Nidus Swarm, but going for 2 more gateways, 3 more gateways. We're going to be seeing a 4 gateway push soon, and the research on the warp gates almost about to be done, about 5/6 of the way. Hatchery done on the natural. Going to be sending those drones to the natural. And these 2 Zerglings, metabolic boost is done. These 2 Zerglings just waiting out here to see when the Protoss will push out. Sentry done. And Sentry is such a great unit in this matchup. Basically able to put down those force fields and cut those Zerglings in half. Basically able to make it so that the Zerglings have to traverse a greater amount of terrain before they're able to actually attack, and that is really significant in this matchup. And since Zerg actually goes Hydralisks pretty often in this game, it's very important with sentries to throw down source fields and guardian shields and be able to cut the Hydralisk forces in half. And doing so allows the Protoss to fight only half of the Hydralisks and really eliminating those first row of Hydralisks while the back row is not able to do anything. And Kasperek putting down 3 spine crawlers does not want to lose to this push. We're going to be seeing push soon. This probe coming in. Probe going to be making a pylon, a forward pylon, probably around here. Going to be warping in units soon. 800 minerals, 300 gas, and we see BaronFel saving up a lot of minerals for this 4-gate push. Now with this many minerals, you probably should get the expansion in the meantime, and doing so would allow you to keep up the economy as well while putting some pressure on and getting more stock zealots out. Did he see those roaches? If he saw those roaches, it would be a better idea to get some more stalkers instead. Needs to warp in units. Zerglings flanking from the left. Roaches on the right engaging. Force fields going down, but not really going to do too much work. Still able to attack these zealots, but not able to surround the zealots. Zerglings coming in. More zealots coming in from the side. Being warped in, and Protoss does kill that. Succeed in that engagement. Protoss should really take this opportunity to put down a Nexus at his natural. Second pylon going down, and we have another engagement to take. Gonna engage these spine crawlers and these roaches and Zerglings. Force field going down on the ramp. Not able. These roaches are not able to get out. This force field is so tight, and is gonna be able to take down these spine crawlers right here. So many zealots. These roaches should really be kiting these zealots. They can outrun the zealots on the creep. And more sentries coming in from the side. Sentries going to be going to work on the drones. Should really get more stalkers in this situation. Stalkers will provide the DPS while the roaches have to kite the zealots. And sentries going to work with the force fields, trapping these roaches. These roaches are barely doing anything. More roaches coming in to reinforce. More stalkers coming in. And it looks like BaronFel really having the advantage in this fight and pushing further. Force field into ramp. Gonna be taking out this hatchery. And the Zergling. This is gonna be huge. What does Kasperek have on the way? He's making more roaches. Waiting until this force field is done. Force field is over. He should force field that ramp again, but Kasperek not pushing in with the rest of his roaches. Gonna be sending a few roaches out. Not the wisest decision, and this is huge. This is huge because this hatchery is gonna go down. BaronFel should put down this force field. Kasperek just waiting for more reinforcements to come, and Kasperek getting the Hydra's den out, trying to get that out. But this is such a huge loss for Kasperek. 2 roaches coming out. They're going to be taken down quite easily. That was a blunder to rally them here. A couple of Zerglings also coming in here. They're just going to be taken out so easily, and he doesn't have that many roaches. We see about 12 roaches to this much more potent force, actually. Much more potent force, and we have 70 supply, 250 supply. BaronFel greatly in the lead right now. Gonna be engaging this army. Spine Crawler on the way. Spine Crawler is done. Once Spine Crawler is done, will this be enough to stop this? I don't think so. 4 roaches reinforced, but not attacking. They're just standing there idly, not doing anything. These roaches are completely decimated. 2 Spine Crawlers and 4 roaches will not be able to stop this. And I think this is GG. Kasperek will most likely have to GG out of this. Too many losses. And I have to say, I'm kind of disappointed that BaronFel did not decide to take this expansion, but his all-in with the 4 gates did work out, did prevail. So Kasperek finally GG's, and we move on to game number 2. BaronFel leading Kasperek 1-0.